Alright, so I'm back, and today we are going to be taking a look at the next of the Combiner Wars. We've got Alpha Bravo here. Again, quick look at the packaging. Again, I am actually a huge fan of this packaging. I love the artwork back there. That's I love how it's kind of like a little etchy, and not just quite like, this is the product. I really like the, this is just not, it's not like perfect, and I like that. One thing I forgot to show off with the last one is that they do come with these collector cards. So now apparently everybody's coming with collector cards that I don't collect. It's just cardboard. It's not even plastic. I mean, this thing is about as cheap as you can get with these things. You got the bottom, the side, the back, where you got the product info, like what limb he becomes. Everybody that's in the line, although they're missing Optimus, because he's part of the Voyager line, but whatever. You got the helicopter. Quick little bio there. And not really, just kind of a function more than anything. And a little warning down here that says some poses may require additional support. Okay. Whatever. But here is the Alpha Bravo. And right off the bat, I'm going to say I can easily see what Hasbro's trying to do, because this does work as an aerial bot, because it is a helicopter. They're not called jet bots. They're aerial bots. So having a flyer that's not a jet is okay with the line. Now, would I have preferred a jet? Obviously. I mean, there's no question there. I want my, I think it's Slingshot that we're missing. I want Slingshot, or whatever jet he's supposed to be taking over. But it's very obviously going to be reused as most likely blades. I could definitely see a lot of blades in him, but I see more Vortex from Bruticus, especially with all the missile pods and stuff that he's got going right here. I don't, unless they retool the arms, I don't see blades, a rescue helicopter coming with missile pods. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna, that would be a logical step. But anyway, he does come with the foot/hand for the Combiner, which has got some mini guns on the front here, and you could just plug this into his hand if you want him to use something ridiculous like that. But for the most part, yeah, that's funny, because people were given Perfect Effect shit because they had chain guns. But the real figures have chain guns, so what's the problem here? Anyway. So that's one accessory, and of course, foot mode, and then you could just pull out the fingers here, and this will rotate up, and there it is, hand mode. And in pictures, these things look really crappy. In hand, they're actually not that bad. They're not amazing, but they're not that bad. I mean, I could think of worse Combiner kibble, so it's not that bad. I will be getting the upgrade kits for these things. I'd probably be using these for my G1 Piranacon, because his feet kind of suck. Anyway, he also comes with this rifle. It's actually pretty cool. It doesn't have any paint details, but if you look at it, he's got some really large bullets. So this is like a 50 cal or something. Those are huge bullets. in comparison to the guns. So I mean, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Again, a reason why I think this is probably going to be more of a vortex than blades. I could see blades in here with the slight retools, but he's vortex, just painted differently as it is. So if they don't do a vortex, I'd be really, really surprised. So that's my vote of who's coming next after Minosaurs. Probably Bruticus, which I'm okay with. So posability wise, his head is on a ball joint. Again, he's got the cut in the back, so you can get the full upwards look like he's flying, which is really nice. Shoulders are on ball joints, so good range of motion there. There is a swivel at the right above the elbow, soft ratchet elbow, hips swivel or waist swivel. Hips are on ball joints. There's a thigh swivel, bends at the knee, and he's got a little bit of a toe pivot due to transformation. Again, this guy is just he's like Firefly yesterday. He's just a lot of fun. Yeah, he's simple, but sometimes simple works. I don't see why everyone must have like super overly complicated figures, because sometimes simple is effective. So, to transform him, what you got to do is it's real simple actually. You rotate the waist around. Start with that. Pull these blades out of the way. I like to pull them up, just kind of get them out of the way a little bit more. Then you want to, I like to rotate the head around. You don't have to, but I do. Then you take this assembly here, rotate it back, and it just plugs into place. Then you rotate the tail fin, so it's like that. Pull the arms up, just kind of get them out of the way. And then you want to split the legs right here. This will double hinge down and up, and just kind of plugs into place like that. Then you can just take this and collapse it in. Do the same thing over here. Open this up. There's just that little tab right there that plugs into that slot right there. And that's what you're going for here. And this one will come down, and then squeeze the legs together and they will tab together like so. You can take this piece here and it just untabs here, rotates around, comes to the front, rotates around, comes to the front, and collapses down. And there's the front of the helicopter. You then take this piece here and there's just two little tabs here and here. They'll tab into those slots right there. And then on the inside of his forearms, there's a little slot right there that will plug into this thing here. Sorry again about the lights. I mean, it's just a really white figure, and there's just not a whole lot I can do about that. He has no landing gear, so this is what you get. This is the helicopter. I'm a little disappointed in the helicopter mode. It's not as great as it could have been. You know, I would have at least gone with like an Apache style helicopter with the wings. But it like this section here, where the arms are just kind of pathetic, really. At least he's got the missile pods that hide most of the arms right here, but underneath you do have the visible hand syndrome. And it just, I wish there was more that we could do with it. We can't because of the way it transforms, but this guy's going to get replaced anyway. Because there's a third-party company making a replacement for him. Propeller spin. And that's really all there is to this mode. I mean, it's a decent effort that could be a lot better. it could be a lot better than this. So, to transform it back, you want to just pull this assembly up, pull the feet up, like so, untab these. This will rotate around, go back to where they were, pull the arms out, and then you want to split the legs. This gets a little tricky because everything like just tabs in so well, and you just kind of really gotta work with it. There we go. There we go. And there we go. So then we rotate the legs down. And then there's a little black tab right here, and they'll tab into this slot right back there. So you just line those up, tab it in, and you're done. Do the same thing over here. So rotate this down. This comes up, tabs in, and then this piece here will just kind of slot in right there. And see, I was afraid that these figures were all going to rehash the same transformation. Yeah, some of them are a little similar, like with legs, but for the most part, they're all unique to themselves. So, and that's really nice. They're not just copies of each other. Alright, so take this assembly here and just pulls out. Comes down, rotates back up, and it just plugs in. Then you take these propellers. This is probably the most annoying part of the figure, is these propellers. And you just kind of want to put them back there, and there's nothing that locks them into place. I wish there was a locker somewhere that would just maybe, like, if this could just push down and just slide into place so it locks in, I think that would just be a lot better. Rotate the head around, give him his gun, and we are good to go. But all in all, I do dig the figure. He's a good figure, great mold. I really am hoping that we get a Vortex. I'm pretty sure we will, but if we don't, I'll be very, very disappointed in that, because this guy's pretty top notch, actually. The helicopter mode, it's okay. But anyway, for comparison, here he is next to the Seeker mold. As you can see, he's just a little bit bigger than the Seeker. And here he is next to the iGear Seeker. See how they stack up? I think they all work pretty well together. And here he is next to the MP car. This does not work. And the Springer, and this does work. And I want to show, I got, here he is with his teammate, Firefly. See how those guys look together? They look pretty good. And then I got the TFC's Gumball, I think it was, Streetwise. Here he is. You see he's about a head taller. And here is the MMC's Razor Claw, or Rampage, who is about a head taller than him. So, I mean, these guys work really well with the classics. They're a little too small to work well with these guys, but it's to the point where it's just about forgivable. And these guys are supposed to be much bigger, so this works. So, I guess it all really depends on what you're collecting, but I think they work pretty well. And especially if you're a fan of like the Make Toys and TFC combiners, I think these guys are going to work really well because like the Fans Project Minosaur is all the figures are small deluxes except for Motormaster, who was like a Voyager, So these guys are all deluxes, and their core member is going to be a Voyager. So I think they're all going to scale pretty well with them. So they'll put, Giant, Minosaur, Computron, they should all scale fairly well with each other. So if you're collecting those guys, these guys are a good option, I think. If you're Masterpiece, no, these things are not going to work. So yeah, there you go. There is the Combiner Wars Alpha Bravo. I think I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I do like him. His robot mode is awesome. His helicopter mode is... it's good except for the arms that just kind of hang off the side. He's got visible arm syndrome too, but at least the wings kind of break up the look of it. But his robot mode makes up for it, I think. He looks great. I really like this robot mode, and look at that head. Tell me that doesn't scream Vortex. That is a Vortex head. They just gave him... This is just Vortex with Aerial Bot repaint. It'd be funny if in the comics, I know he's supposed to be joining the Aerial Bots because one of the Aerial Bots was too damaged. But it'd be funny if it was just Vortex repainted and he was just infiltrating the group. That'd be one of those interesting dynamics that you didn't see coming. But something like that would be awesome. Kind of do the Decepticon version of Masquerade. So, there you go.